Well, there are multiple variants of COVID-19, Delta, Omicron, you name it. And you might want to know which variant you have if you test positive. But tonight, Karina Nova verifies why you're not likely to get that answer.
Our viewer Rachel emailed our Verify team asking about testing for the variant. She says, I was tested for COVID and asked to see which variant it is. The nurse's response was they cannot test the variant, only that we have it or not. How are you reporting spikes and the different variants if the hospital says they can't test for the variant? Our sources to answer her question are the Ohio Department of Health and Dr. Joseph Castaldo with Ohio Health.
When you get a PCR test done, clinical labs do not have the capacity to give you variant results right away. Variant testing is done by genetic sequencing. Those are usually sent to reference labs, and I have ordered those before. The turnaround time is about 3 to 4 weeks.
The Ohio Department of Health explains in further detail, saying when people receive a positive COVID-19 test, they do not find out which variant they might be infected with, just whether or not they have COVID-19. Genomic sequencing, which looks at the genetic code of the virus, is later conducted, when possible, for the purpose of better understanding trends and to see what the state is experiencing in terms of variant presence for the entire population. Genomic sequencing can only be conducted on a sample of all positive COVID-19 tests.
And that's why it's really important every week. Something that I look at is the CDC's weekly variant test called the Nowcast. And that is the best picture we have of actually what's happening right now at this point in time. And right now at this point in time in the entire country, it's all about Omicron.
If I get tested for COVID, will I at any point be able to find out which variant I have or had?
For those very rare circumstances, it is appropriate to do variant testing. But again, at this point in time, it's really not value driven to do variant testing on everybody who has a positive test.
So we can verify genomic sequencing can only be conducted on a sample of all positive COVID-19 tests. Therefore, you likely will not find out which variant you're infected with, just whether you test positive for COVID-19. With this Verify, I'm Karina Nova.
And just like viewer Rachel, you can get your questions verified. Just reach out to us on social media or send an email to verify@10tv.com.